Kevin, can you hear me? Kevin?
Yes. Yes.
You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I wanted to get Kevin Rosenblum on, one of our consultants, to talk about the handbag business and also a couple of the brands. The handbag business, obviously, because it's with the merger going on with Coach and Kate. Kevin will have some comments about that and maybe some of the challenges and some of the opportunities that they have, and a couple controversial things on Ralph maybe, and PVH as well. So for those of you that don't know Kevin, he was on one of our last calls. Kevin is based in New York City. He's the managing director of Brand Strategies Group. They're a fashion consulting firm. They specialize in both retail and wholesale businesses. And Kevin advises companies on product innovation, merchandising, and retailing strategies. And previously, Kevin, you were with Macy's and Saks, I believe, where he held several management positions, including buying, planning, and product development. And Kevin is also an adjunct professor at Fashion Institute of Technology. So with that, Kevin, why don't you go ahead?
Great. Thanks, Mike. Today I'll give you our perspective on 4 companies, including the handbag brands Coach and KORS, followed by PVH and Ralph Lauren. Some of the information I will discuss includes quarterly outlook, update on strategic initiatives, merchandising trends, promotional environment, inventory levels, and merchandise margins trends. Let's start with Coach. We believe Coach is a great story and think Coach met this quarter's expectations for 3 reasons. Number 1, improved product assortments. Number 2, increase in regular price sales. Number 3, positive comp sales trends. So let's discuss each of the 3 topics. Coach has done a great job repositioning its product and differentiating itself from the competition. The product assortments look significantly improved, more elevated, aspirational, and better quality. The late spring and summer fashion deliveries in the higher priced, better 1941 collection were well received by the customer, as conversion rates were robust for both Memorial Day, Mother's Day, and for the month of June, based on our store checks. The new Disney product and outlets sold very, very well and was out of stock in several key styles within 4 weeks. Regular price sales. Coach sales in handbags over $400 are robust, as we know, and selling at a faster rate than last year. They represent, we believe, over 40% of total sales in June, and the sales in bags over $600 are also outperforming last year, with strength in the fashion part of the business. This has led to higher AURs and could potentially lead to increased merchandise margins for the quarter. This is really encouraging considering the slowdown in the overall handbag market. We believe the growth in regular prices due to new and fresh creative direction, improved product assortments, and far better quality. Their marketing has been laser focused on American cool and succinct in driving home a clear brand message. This has successfully attracted a new millennial customer who's buying handbags at Coach. Basically, Coach has become cool again with the younger generation. Number 3, comp sales. We believe comp sales to be robust in June, driven by conversion rates on new product as well as strength in flagship and A stores, as well as all the newly renovated stores. We believe their marketing complemented the product deliveries in their fashion tea rose and floral collections, both in-store, online, and through social media channels. Their opening price bags resonated with millennials who are looking for fashion at a price. We believe their wholesale business is healthy, based on their editing of underperforming low-margin stores and right-sizing the inventory. The new lower price bags at $195 to $250 are outperforming in department stores, and Coach is running at higher natural margins than its competitors in department stores based on our store checks. Pardon me. The acquisition of Kate Spade is positive for both Coach and Kate Spade. There's a strong potential for synergies between the 2 companies in product assortments, distribution, and customer base. And Kate Spade's customer base is over 50% millennial, which will help the company learn more about that growing segment. The CEO at Kate Spade lost track and focus and was not executing the strategy. He was also not hands-on and a retail operator, which made things difficult. On the other hand, Coach's management is seasoned in both wholesale and retail and well-respected in the industry. Coach's management has operational experience with strength to profitably grow Kate Spade, increase comp sales, expand stores domestic and particularly internationally. With Coach's management and financial backing, Kate Spade will be able to improve quality and leverage Coach's size to get better costing in their product. Let's talk about Stuart Weitzman. Business is very good in Stuart Weitzman, which is a very small piece of the business. There's opportunity to grow Stuart Weitzman, particularly in handbags, based on Coach's strength to do that. From a retail standpoint, there's room to grow direct-to-consumer, the direct-to-consumer channel, and points of distribution in luxury department stores, domestic and internationally. However, with the focus on Kate Spade, we're not clear whether they're going to be able to fully maximize the Stuart Weitzman business. Overall outlook for 2017, we believe the Coach will exceed expectations based on improved sell-through, increase in higher-priced 1941 bags, higher AURs, and robust comp sales trends. There have been noticeably less markdowns on the floor this year, which has led to improved brand perception and her willingness to pay full price. We believe this positive trend will continue for the balance of the year, and we believe the brand is well balanced in assortments and price points, both entry price point, mid-price, and luxury collections.
Is that it,
And that's
Coach?
Coach.
Hey,
Yes.
Kevin, just a quick question there. So, I mean, the analysts are coming out and talking about the merger, and usually what happens with these and in the past is that people assume more than they actually get, and sometimes even say, well, we think management will exceed the expectations in terms of the synergies. And in my experience, it usually doesn't pan out. So what do you think are there unique challenges, I guess, and maybe opportunities with this merger?
Well, there's a few things to consider. You know, Coach is buying the Kate Spade brand as their own business is turning around, which may cause them to take their eyes off the ball on the core business, number one. Number two, both companies' supply chains may prove to be more difficult and be more operationally challenging. You know, their supply chains are very different. There is some overlap, but raw materials are booked, you know, a year or so out. So, you know, there could be problems until the third year where they could realize savings. The other thing to think about is, you know, product is king, no matter how we look at it, and really important to Kate Spade's success. This past quarter has been really difficult because the product was off. They could lose key management in the transition, and it may take time to get the creative direction on track. As of this point, they've made no announcements on who the go-forward team is at Kate Spade.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Now let's talk about Michael Kors. There are several negative factors relating to the Kors business, including disappointing results, lack of product and pricing credibility, heavy inventory, lack of product innovation, and their 2017 outlook. That said, there could be downside in the second half that is not baked into the expectations, including additional markdowns and slower than expected retail sales. Michael Kors results have been disappointing. Comp sales are significantly off, regular price sell-throughs are underperforming, and summer product deliveries are not selling as expected. Based on trend and the company lowering their guidance last month, we believe they missed expectations this quarter, April through June, and we do not believe comps will noticeably improve for a while. We believe the number one reason for poor results over the past several quarters is because the brand lost its credibility as a luxury designer, particularly in handbags and accessories, by oversaturating the market with their product. The company sold every off-price and discount store in the U.S. and many internationally. We believe this reduced the brand's image and relevance in the marketplace, leading to slower sell-throughs, higher markdowns, and margin erosion in the U.S. The product became less special and less desirable to the fashion customer, and many of their customers gravitated to other brands. We believe that the inventory is still heavy in the marketplace based on their rate of sales. They did a good first pass editing off-price and discount retailers and points of distribution in unprofitable locations in department stores, in our opinion. But we believe there's more room to edit the number of retailers, the number of stores within retailers, and they need to limit the amount of product they're purchasing within each category in the off-price discount sector. From a markdown standpoint, we believe total markdowns were in line in May, but higher in June to clear slow-selling product, particularly in department stores based on our store checks. With the recent announcement of closing 100 to 125 doors, we believe markdowns will be higher than expected in the next quarter. We are unclear whether these markdowns were baked into the expectations. We also think this is going to hurt the KORS business in the same malls where there are 2 to 4 points of distribution, example, KORS stores and department stores, like a Macy's, Dillard's, Belk's, etc. From a product innovation standpoint, new product has gotten better in our opinion, and it's been delivered to their own stores and only A locations in department stores. The product looks good, but the customer is not responding, as evident by their comps. The problem, as I stated earlier, is that the brand lost its designer cachet, and the customer does not desire the brand like it used to. When you look at the female customer on the streets, in the subways, and in the suburbs, every young girl, mother, and grandmother has a KORS bag. So the brand's customer perception has been diminished, and the product is less desirable. Brand image and customer perception take time to recover. We think it will take a year or possibly more. On a positive note, Michael Kors is very relevant and a favorite with millennials based on marketing research. That's a competitive advantage, like Kate Spade. They have done a great job engaging the customer. They have 17 million likes on Facebook versus 7 million for Coach, and they have the same number of likes as luxury players like Burberry, Gucci on Facebook, as well as Twitter, as well as Instagram. Closing with a 2017 outlook, based on lowering their guidance, weakness in department stores and clothing stores, we believe KORS may not meet expectations for the year. In addition, the company may experience merchandise margin erosion if their fall product does not improve, and the overall handbag and accessory business slows further, and the brand is forced to be more promotional to compete. Even though the company is attempting to right-size the business, the brand image has already been tarnished, which has resulted in loss of brand equity. From a product standpoint, men's and shoes is a bright spot and continues to outperform and will represent meaningful growth over the next 2 years. And that's Michael Kors.
Quick question on that one, Kevin. When you and I were talking yesterday, you had talked about not only had KORS gone to the off-pricers, TJ, Ross, Burlington, but also places like Steinmart, and I think you said Best Buy in Canada, and I think you said even some gas stations. So how on earth do they, regain the luster to the brand if they've trounced on it so much by going down channel?
Well, I think in this brand is a little different. KORS is still in Saks, some Neiman stores and luxury stores around the world, which, KORS is a living designer, and he's also a celebrity. And the PR associated with the celebrity status and dressing all these celebrities will contribute to rebuilding the brand's image. But I think that John Idol has to really limit his off-price and discounting to 15% of total sales, wholesale sales. And right now, if I had to estimate, it's certainly in the mid-20s. So it's a good 10-point reduction.
Okay, but so you've seen them clean up the down channel a little bit.
I think in this brand, unlike other brands, it can rebuild and rebuild from going down market.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Moving on to PVH. Like Coach, we feel very good about PVH's turnaround story, including positive sales trends in Calvin and Tommy and successful execution of their key strategies over the past quarters. We believe PVH exceeded May and June sales expectations and is on track to exceed second quarter for 4 reasons. Their Calvin and Tommy business, their increase in regular price sales, their positive direct-to-consumer comp sales trends, and great targeted marketing. We believe both Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger continue to outperform expectations. Regular price sell-through in Calvin and Tommy continue to be robust and better than their competition, like Ralph, Nautica, Lacoste, Kenneth Cole. This has resulted in AUR and healthier margins for both brands across channels. Both brands continue to outperform the competition, driven by strength in key categories in knit tops, activewear, denim, underwear, suiting, women's dresses, and shoes. Their regular price selling is very strong. It's robust. We estimate PVH's overall AURs were higher than last year in May and June, and merchandise margins were positively impacted, even in this difficult environment. We believe PVH has merchandise margin upside based on sales this quarter. Direct-to-consumer e-commerce and international channel opportunity. E-commerce continues to outperform with double-digit increases driven by more people shopping online and their impactful social media marketing campaigns that have successfully attracted and converted millennial purchases. International continues to be awesome and is a big opportunity in the second half and into next year, driven by the Calvin Klein brand. We believe Calvin Klein will be successful internationally, driven by the demand for denim, underwear, sportswear, and shoes in both men's and women's. PVH has done an excellent job courting millennials, unlike any other brands in the marketplace, with celebrity storytelling and provocative ads using Justin Bieber, Kendall Jackson, and others, making Calvin Klein jeans and underwear sexy and cool again. Product is selling across all age and lifestyle demographics, from Urban Outfitters to Macy's and everything in between. In Tommy Hilfiger, the model Gigi Hadid has added credibility to Tommy Hilfiger and recently renewed her contract, which will aid the launch of the new women's sportswear manufactured by G3. In wholesale, business is very healthy in both brands, including Tommy Hilfiger at Macy's. Both brands average higher regular price sell-through and higher natural margins than their competitors we discussed earlier. We believe that most of the growth for the second half and into 2018 will come from online players. And the primary driver in that will be Calvin Klein. From a 2017 outlook, we expect PVH to post solid results and exceed expectations, driven by both the Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger brands. We believe both brands have made it to the top of millennials' lists, delivering the right product, looks, and messaging, and association with celebrities. Like I mentioned, Calvin has the biggest opportunity in the second half and beyond. PVH successfully repositioned the brand after buying it from Warnaco and attracted the millennial customer, unlike its competitors. And that's PVH.
Hey, Kevin, any thoughts? I mean, it's kind of beating like a dead horse, but the whole Amazon thing and how that plays into what PVH is up to, if it plays into it at all.
Sure. Well, interesting. They have become very, very close with Amazon in the recent months as they see their business not grow and sometimes fall off in their department stores. And they've been very good about maintaining an appropriate level of inventory and off-price and discounters. So Amazon has become their key retailer of choice that's going to grow their volume over the next couple of years across all Calvin Klein and part of Tommy Hilfiger's categories. And I think long term, they're going to try to get out of their limit their exclusivity with Macy's sportswear.
Okay, thank you.
And it's not just Amazon; it's Jet.com and many others.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Moving on to Ralph Lauren, a tough business and will be a difficult turnaround. Let's talk about the CEO first. We want to share some news on that, about the resignation of Stefan Larsson. It's common knowledge in the industry that Ralph himself is very difficult to work with. He's controlling on the direction of the business and doesn't listen to anyone from a design, product, and brand aesthetic standpoint. Ralph and Stefan Larson did not agree on several issues, and we believe this led to the disagreement and eventually the CEO's resignation. The new CEO, Patrice Levette, does not have fashion experience and is a consumer products guy, which is a weakness, but he has a lot of experience building brands. He's visionary and brings a fresh perspective to Ralph Lauren, which may be a good thing. He has branding, marketing, wholesale, and strong operational sense, sourcing, and management background. His strength is not design and products, so he will not butt heads with Ralph, and he and Ralph should get along well together. Ralph Lauren sales have been disappointing, and we believe this quarter was the same and missed expectations. We believe parts of the way forward plan are doing well, but others like product and quality are not. Although regular price sell-throughs have improved versus last year, and the quality of sales healthier with less markdowns and a higher AUR, we believe they are nowhere near their historic levels. We believe the customer does not believe their retail prices are credible and waiting for markdowns. In addition, their new spring-summer product and quality looks the same and has not noticeably improved. You just can't lower cost prices as the company has bragged about and improved quality at the same time. The company lost a significant amount of sale and clearance volume in May and June, and we think the same will happen during the fourth quarter holiday season when markdown selling is key. The major problem is the brand is over-reliant on the Polo player logo. It's on 80% historically of the product in men's and kids. This, coupled with marketing the super large pony player, led to the cheapening of the logo and lowering its status image. In addition, they don't have the millennial customer. They're not buying what their mother and father bought. They feel the brand is their fathers and mothers, not fashion relevant, and is overpriced for what it is. Millennial customer wants fashion at a good price. So for 2017, we believe Ralph Lauren will have a difficult time meeting expectations. The company faces significant clearance volume in retail during peak months November, December, that may not be fully baked into the expectations. Department store sales continue to be weak, which may lead to further receipt reductions in our view. And that's Ralph Lauren.
Well, Kevin, I'm going to play the devil's advocate a little bit on this one because
sure.
The market isn't necessarily always right, but the performance of the stock has been really good of late. What do you think? What do you think somebody looking at this company would see as maybe the positive surprise going on, if there is one? Maybe you don't see one.
I don't see one for a while. The problem is that they bastardized their logo. It's on 80% of the product. So what they told, so they could take any khaki, any shirt, and just put a Polo player on it, which cheapened the brand. They don't have the same problem as KORS because they limit the amount of off-price and discounters they're in, but they're still in too much, but nothing like KORS. Another problem is they don't have the millennial customer. They don't want to buy a $90 Polo shirt. They have other things to buy that are better, as good quality and much cheaper. I think from what you're saying, a stock standpoint, it's still the largest brand and has a lot of clout, but the core vital statistics of the brand in terms of regular price sell-through declines and product looking the same is not going to grow turn around that business.
Okay.
And I think the other factor is, another big factor is that no one looks at is Ralph still is still there and calling the shots, and he's not relevant, with all due respect. And I don't think he has his finger on the pulse of the business. He's pulling it back. He's making what Polo used to be, and there are no change in product direction.
All right. Sounds good. One other question. So, Kevin, you don't have to answer now, but of all the companies in your universe that you look at, I know you keep a finger on the pulse of what people are expecting out there for these companies that you follow. Is there anyone that stands out to you that's different from what people are looking for, consensus? either positive or negative? You can answer later if you do.
Yeah. You know, you mean more positive than, so like the COH, for example.
Yeah, just more positive than people are looking for.
No, people are positive about PVH and COH. I agree because of the core vital statistics are very strong. And people agree about Michael KORS, and the department stores are really tough. I think that there could be some changes in the off-price guys, but I'm not sure at this time.
Changes in what way?
Business may be a little tougher to get over the next 6 months.
Because these brands are pulling back?
Because the brands are pulling back, and, the brands are everywhere. Amazon is discounting product. So when you look at a Calvin Klein shirt that is $70 at Macy's, it could be $50 at Amazon and just $40 at off price. So as customers continue to shop online, that may start to take market share. We'll see as it plays out for the balance of the year.
Do you think Amazon will hurt the business of the off-pricers in the respect that people talk about the off-pricers being kind of a treasure hunt, kind of like Costco? Do you see Amazon knocking those off, or do you think that group of shopper will remain loyal and as large as ever?
I think that the shopper is going to remain loyal for the most part. Amazon tried the off-price business 5 years ago and failed. They pulled out. It was called My Habit, and their number one focus is on regular price department stores. And I think once they, beat department stores up enough over the next 3 years, I think that they have much stronger relationships with these brands, I think they will launch another off-price strategy.
Okay.
So for the next 3 years, no. But
okay,
we'll see how this year plays out, because Amazon does discount, and they use queries to price their goods. So they're always the lowest all the time.
All right. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kevin, and thanks
You're
everyone
welcome.
for joining us. We will we'll have another call soon, and we'll send that out to you. And everyone have a great holiday.
Bye-bye.